What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the wheel speed sensor, or also known as an ABS sensor, on this 2010 Toyota Rav4. If you need this part or other parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. Open the back. We want to remove this cover right here, slide it up, slide it out, set it aside. And grab this cover, remove that as well, set that aside. Now we have our back seats down. It's going to make it a little easier, so fold your back seats down, and then there's 4 screws, 2 right here and 2 on that side, Phillips head. So I'm just going to use a Phillips head screw bit. You can always use a Phillips head screwdriver and a drill. Loosen these up, take them out. Take those out. Now what you need to do is grab underneath this thing, and you're gonna have to use a lot of upward force, so just pull it straight up, just like that. And then it's gonna get stuck on the front side, so you're gonna have to use some more upward force. Just pull it up like that, up like that. There's all these push pins that are in there. Some of them may pop out, like this one popped out, so I'll have to pull that one out after. Set this aside. The ABS wire connector is right here. This is for the driver's side. This is the one on the passenger side. So they're pretty much the same. Just disconnect the connector, push down on the lock tab. You should be able to slide the connector out. So if you follow the wire back, there is a rubber grommet that the wire goes through. I'm just gonna take and slide the rubber grommet through the car. I'm just gonna push it towards the outside of the car. If you have trouble with this from in here, you might be able to get it from outside. You might have to use a screwdriver. All right, it's going. All right, just push that out. Then we can raise the vehicle, take the wheel off, and get the wire from the outside. I'm gonna pull this wheel off. I'm gonna use a 21mm socket and an air gun. If you don't have an air gun, you can use a breaker bar. Just break the lug nuts free while the vehicle's still on the ground. Take the wheel off. All right, now we can slide this wire out. This is what that grommet looks like. And slide that connector out. And now I need to take the screw out right here, the bolt. And then there's a nut there, and a nut on the other side of this, back side of that. So we'll take those out. They're all gonna be 10mm. All right, so I'll just use a 10mm deep socket and a ratchet. Loosen these up. These nuts are pretty rusty, so I'm just gonna use a little rust penetrant. It'll help loosen them up. All right, so that one broke, but that's okay. The new sensor has those studs, so if they break, it's not a big deal. This one broke as well. Some of these older vehicles in New England get pretty rusty, and a lot of this stuff breaks. I'm just gonna use a punch and a hammer, give it a tap it out. That's good. And now we gotta get this one out. All right, now pull this one out. All right, so that nut actually came out. We can slide that out. Now keep in mind the location of which way the wiring harness goes, because you want to put the new one back in the same route that you took this one out. Slide that out. All right, take this last one out. Use the same 10mm socket and a ratchet. There we go. All right. Now you can grab the ABS sensor and see if it breaks free. If not, just grab some pliers and just twist it. Try to twist it a little bit. But it started a little bit. You can always use some rust penetrant on this. This one's stuck in there pretty good. So actually I'll soak this down for a little bit. All right, I'll just wiggle it back and forth and pull it out. And it worked pretty good. And it didn't break. Here's the old part. Here's the new ABS sensor from 1aauto.com. As you can see, the connector is the same. Has the same foam insulation, same grommet. And luckily the new one has the studs, because the old one, they broke, which is very common. And the sensor itself is the same size, same mounting position. Get yours at 1aauto.com and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Right, because this is pretty rusty, I'm actually going to use a wire brush. I'm going to use it on a drill and just clean this up a little bit. You can use just a manual wire brush if you don't have one for a drill. Clean this up. And just slide the sensor in position. You could put a little anti-seize on there if you wanted to. And take the bolt. Get the bolt lined up. Take a 10mm socket and a ratchet, and we'll just snug it up. That's good. Now we'll just feed the wire the way the old one came out. And get this bracket lined up. This bracket goes right here. There's a little ear at the top of it. Right there. Then I have a new nut. You can reuse the old nuts if they're still in good shape. And take my 10mm socket and a ratchet, and we'll tighten it up. Alright, snug that up. Alright, take this bracket. This is gonna slide in position right here, and then this bracket is gonna go back here. So we'll get those in position. We'll take the nuts. I'll get these both started. Alright, then we'll snug these two down. Snug. Take this bracket, line this bracket up here. Get that bolt lined up and snug that down. And that's snug. Now with the connector, slide the connector through the hole into the cab. And then this is where what we need to do is we need to send this grommet to the inside, and then we kind of got to push it out or pull it out, either one. So get it like that and then try to pull it out a little bit and make sure that seals, and that looks good, just like that. Just make sure it's sealed all the way around, otherwise you may get water inside the vehicle. Slide the wheel on over the lug studs and put the lug nuts on. I'm just snugging these up loosely, then I'm going to lower the vehicle and use a torque wrench to torque these. I'm going to torque this using a 21mm socket and a torque wrench. I'm torquing this to 76 foot-pounds in a star pattern. The reason I do it in a star pattern is so that the wheel gets tightened down evenly. And I'll just go around again just to make sure, confirm everything's good. Now you're gonna have to locate the wiring harness and the connector underneath there. And we'll plug this into the connector right here. Lock it in place. You want to try to keep it away from these screw holes right there. So you could even wire tie it right here. That would help, but it's not necessary. Just keep it out of the way. And we can reinstall this panel. So one of these clips stayed in the vehicle. So I'm going to use these pliers. These are special pliers that are good for removing clips. We actually sell these at 1aauto.com. And just slide it in there, just like that, and squeeze. And out comes the clip. And generally they don't break, which is nice. I'll reuse this clip. Clip. It's just going to slide on, just like that. Now I can reinstall this panel. Slide it up. It's all lined up. Just push it down. That's good. Now I can reinstall the screws. Just use a Phillips head screwdriver or a screw gun with a Phillips head bit. I'm going to take this panel, slide that right there. Then this panel has a couple of ears right here. I'll slide in there, like that, fold it flat.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1aauto.com for quality auto parts shipped to your door, the place for DIY auto repair. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button.